Okay, Unit 10, Lesson 3 is going to be pretty similar to the last activity. So the only difference is sometimes there's going to be an exact answer, and then sometimes you're going to have to estimate your answer based on your graph and some data. So there is some flexibility, okay? So on the first example, this is the number of calories needed by boys, and we need, it's just given, we need to determine labels and we need to label our graph based on those amounts, okay? So on a graph, we always need to have where they meet be 0. I'm going to let this be my age in years. And then this is going to be the calories. And you just label it, okay? So my age, there's actually 16 of these and it goes up to 17, so I can go one off. So I'm just going to make each of these worth 1. The key is you have to make these worth the same amount and just label a couple. Now my calories go all the way up to 3,000 and I don't have that many, so I'm just going to make each one 500. Okay, and just label a couple. So we need to plot. We've got 1 at 1,100, so do your best estimate. 2 is 1,300. 5 is 18. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8 is at 2,200. 11, 25, 14, 12, 13, 28, so 5, 15, 20, 25. And then 17 is off, but that's okay. It's at 3,000. So 1, 2. Okay. So I do have some space. I could have used less, but 500 seemed good to me. So first question, based on our trend, how many calories might a 7-year-old need? So if I look at my graph, we're increasing. So I'm going to kind of loosely draw a line, and then I'm just going to guess. So at 7, I'm going to say that's about 2,100. So you should be close, okay? Hard to get exact because there's lots of right answers. Based on our graph and the data, what is one idea that the graph is telling us? So we got to look at some patterns. Well, I see my dots keep going up, not by a much, but as you, or boys, age, more calories are needed. I noticed that. So, do we think that the pattern will continue? So, like if I had a 35-year-old and an 80-year-old, do I think I'm going to keep needing more calories? So, it will continue, but I think as you get older, I've heard you need less, or at least the same. But I will say it will not increase forever. It either stays the same or it might go down. I don't know. But that's my idea. Okay? So let's look at our second example. So this time, they're not going to make the table for us. So we've got 174 words typed in 3 minutes. So I've got 3 minutes, 174. There were 348 typed in 6 minutes. And then in 9 minutes, we've got 522. So make a table and we need at least 4 more. So if I look, let's see if they're at the same rate. So if I take 174 and divide it by 3, take 348. So it looks like for each word, for each minute, I get to type 58. So I'm going to make that my 4th data table point. You can use whatever you want. So let's make our graph. Well, this is going to be minutes, And I'm just going to let that be each increment of 1. And then we've got number of words typed. So let's see, I'm going all the way up to 522. I'm going to do every 50 again. All right. So 1, I've got 58. 6, I'm sorry, 3, I skipped 3. 174. 6 is 348. Really close. 9 is 522. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then kind of in the middle. All right. So in 8 minutes, I know every minute I type 58. So 58 times 8 is 464. Based on our graph, how long will it take to type 870 words? So if we follow this out, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 870. So I'm looking about right here. Well, I know it's going to be, if I kind of follow my pattern and I don't have a ruler, it's going to be close to this. So I'm going to take 870 and divide it by 58. And I got 15, which would be over there. So write an equation. So since this is linear, we get y equals mx plus b, or it's arithmetic, so you could use that a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, whatever you feel more comfortable with. I'll just do this one since we just got done with the arithmetic sequences. So my first is 58 plus n minus 1. Our common difference is how much we went up each minute, which is 58. So 58 plus 58 n minus 58, and we get y equals 58 n or x. Will my graph continue on the same pattern, or will it change as time continues? Well, you can type the same amount for as long as you can. Sometimes you might get tired, so I'll say theoretically, sure. If I had 60 minutes, I should be able to type the same amount each minute. In real life, I think the person might get tired. So the words could go down. Okay, but you come up with whatever you think. All right.